welcome again. The reason as to why I am choosing to handle these papers is when you compare them to the KCSE papers which come. Therefore, the exam section 1, number 1, by use of common factors, simplify by use of common factors, x squared minus 3x divided by x minus 3. When we examine the denominator, we have x squared and 3x, meaning x is common in both terms. So we can factor out x and we remain with x minus 3. Yeah, because this x squared, it remains x, and this 3x, it remains 3 without x now. Divided by x minus 3. So now, we have common terms here. These and these can cancel out, and the simplified form of this expression is x. So the simplified form is x. So that is how it was to be approached. Number 2, the prime numbers between 4 and 9. The prime numbers between 4 and 9 are written in descending order. Are written in descending order. Write the number they form. Write the number they form. Write the number they form when they are written in descending order. Prime numbers are those numbers which can only, or whose factors are only 1 and the number itself. For example, we have 2. 2 can only be divided by 1 and itself to remain a whole number. So, now between 4 and 9, the prime numbers we have are 7, 5. Then we are told they are arranged in descending order from the largest to the smallest. Write the number. Arranged in that order, they will form 75. Number 3. Without tables or calculators, evaluate, then you given negative 3, divide by negative 12, multiplied by 4, minus negative 20. Then all divided by negative 6 by 6 divided by 3 plus negative 6 plus negative 6. So that is the question, the numerical problem we are simplifying. Yeah, it's now seen well. We still go to the acronym BODMAS. The famous BODMAS will still apply here. Therefore, the first thing we do away with is the brackets in the numerator. The first bracket is here. Therefore, we do away with it by having negative 3 divided by negative 12, and it will be negative 3 all over negative 12. Then we multiply by 4, and another bracket there, minus 20 will become plus 20. Then we all divide by, here the first bracket will be opened here. So negative 6 by 6 divided by 3 plus, so plus minus becomes a minus 6. So that's how the bracket was to happen. Then here now, we will have the negative cancelling, then by 12 1 by 12 1. So we shall have 1 plus 20 all divided by From there now we can go to division because there is no off. Negative 6 times 6 divided by 3. So 6 divided by 3 we get 2. So negative 6 by 2 we will get negative 12 minus 6. So this becomes 21 all over negative 18. 21 all over negative 18 by 3, 7, 6, there is a negative. Therefore, the simplest form of this answer is negative 1 and 1 over 6. Negative 1 and a 6 becomes the simplest form of that. Yeah, so that is it. Next, we have a question here. 3 light signals. 3 light signals. 3 light signals are programmed to give signals intervals of 40 seconds, 50 seconds, and 60 seconds, like that. The 3 gave signals. They gave signals at 8:15 a.m. When again will they give out signals at the same time? When again will they give signals at the same time? When again will they give signals at the same time? These are LCM thing. We know these questions even from the primary school level. Therefore, get the LCM of 40, 50, and 60. By 2, the list, we get 20, 25, 30. By 2, we got 10, 25, 15. By 2, we got 5, 25, and 15. By 3, we got 5, 25, and 5. Then by 5, we have 1, 5, and 1. And by 5, 1, 1. Therefore, the LCM will be 2 power 3 times 3 times 5 squared. So this is 8 by 3, 24. 24 by 5 squared, which is 25, is giving us 600. So they will ring together after 600 seconds. Now, 600 seconds is equal to 10 minutes. So they will ring together again after 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, then that time will be after 10. If they run together at 8:15, they will ring after 10 minutes, 8:25 a.m. the same day. That is when they shall ring again together. Given that, here's the question now, number 5. Given that the cosine of 80 degrees is equal to the sine of 2x minus 10, 2x minus 10, calculate the value of x. Calculate the value of x given that x is an acute angle. So in this case, we should remember the principle of complementary angles, which says that if two angles, alpha and beta, are complementary, or they add up to 90, then the sine of one should be equal to the cosine of the other, and vice versa. Which means now, if the sine of one angle is equal to the cosine of another, then the two angles added give 90 degrees. So in this case, we will say 80 plus 2x minus 10 should give us 90. Should give us 90. As long as the cosine of one is equal to the sine of the other, then the added angles should give us 90. So this shall be 2x is equal to 90 plus 1000 minus 80, 20. So x is 10 degrees. X is 10 degrees. X is 10 degrees. Number 6. A question on rates of work and proportions. Rates of work and proportions. We thought that 18 workers can dig a trench of length 80 meters in 5 days. How longer? That word longer is the condensed part of the question now. How longer? Will 12 workers working at the same rate take to dig a trench of length 64 meters? So we can arrange these components into the number of workers, the length of the trench, and the days taken. Therefore, 18 workers can dig 80 meter length trench in 5 days. How longer will 12 workers take to dig 64 meter trench? How long will they take? Therefore, there is 5. So now we'll be varying 5 depending on the other elements. So in this case, we should come and say that 5 days. Now you consider the length of the trench first. You can deal with that one now. The length and the days. Now, 80 meters are dug in 5 days. 64 meters, will they be dug in longer days or more days or lesser days? If 80 meters are taking 5 days, 64 will take lesser days. And therefore you multiply 5 with the ratio of the lengths such that they will increase the number of days. They will decrease because 64 meters will take shorter. Therefore, it should be decreased. We decrease the 5 in this ratio. We decrease it. So 64 all over 80 times. Now you deal with the workers. We deal with the workers now. 18 workers take 5 days. Will 12 workers take longer or shorter time? Definitely, because they were fewer, they will take longer. And therefore you multiply 5 with increasing ratio. Because 12 workers will take longer. So increasing ratio will have 18 divided by 12. And this will give us 5 by 64 by 18 divided by 80 by 12. And this is giving me 6 days. Be requiring 6 days. Now, if they'll be requiring 6 days, now the question is asking us how longer? How longer? So they will take 6 days long, but how longer? It means comparative form with the former number of men and the length of the trench. 5 days and now 6. So how longer is the difference now? 1 day longer. The answer is 1 day longer. So that's how it was to be done. The next question. Number 7. The perimeter of a sector of a circle of radius. The perimeter of a sector of a circle of radius 7 centimeters is 22.8. The perimeter of a sector of a circle radius 7 is 22.8 centimeters. Then we told calculate the angle at the center of the circle. Calculate the angle at the center. Calculate the angle subtended at the center by the arcs. Calculate the angle at the center. Calculate the angle at the center. Calculate the angle the center. The center. The figure is as shown. Of a figure like this. Seven centimeters. This is the angle we want. Then O is the center. So we are told the perimeter is 22.8. We are told now to find the angle at the center. It is good to know that perimeter for a sector, or this is no solution. The perimeter of a sector is given by the length of the arc plus radius again. So now the perimeter 22.8 is given by arc length is given by beta all over 360 2 pi r beta over 360 2 pi r plus 2 r, and r is 7. Therefore, we can compute this 22.8 is equal to, we can have this part simplified, 22 by 2 by 7 all divided by 7 by 360. This will give us 11 over 90 beta plus 14 beta plus 14. So 11 over 90 beta minus 14 here, so 22.8 minus 14, it becomes 8.8. 8.8. We multiply 8.8 by 90 over 11. 90 all over 11. This will give us 72 degrees. This will give us 72 degrees. 72 degrees. That way, 72 degrees. Number 8. Solve for x. Solve for x. Solve for x. Solve for x. Then you're given in the equation 8 raised to power x minus 1 times 2 raised to power x plus 2 is equal to 4 raised to power x minus 3 minus x, sorry. 3 minus x. So what you do in this case, we express the base, and the least base into which each number can be expressed here is 2. Therefore, this expressed to 2 will be 2 power 3 into x minus 1, then times 2 power x minus plus 2 is equals to 2 squared 3 minus x. Now, under the laws of indices, we said that when we have a power being multiplied, we just multiply, we get the product mn. Meaning now, in this case, it will be 2 power 3x minus 3 times 2 power x plus 2 is equal to 2 power 6 minus 2x minus 2x, like that. So now, because the bases are the same, we can add the law of indices, which calls that when you have two numbers which have the same base, a power n, you can just take the common base, then you have the powers added. You have the powers added. So this shall be 2, then we add these powers. We add these powers, 3x minus 3 plus x plus 2 equal to 2 power 6x minus 2x. So now the powers added, it will be 2 power 4x minus 1 is equal to 2 power 6x minus 2x. Now that the bases are the same and we are told they are equal, then it means these powers are also equal. It means the powers, this is 2 and this is 2. So if they are raised to something, and this one is also a 2 and it's raised to something so that they are equal, then the powers are equal. Nothing else can raise 2 and a 2 and they be the same. It means it is 4x minus 1 being equal to 6x minus 2. Just a minute. 6 has no x, sorry. 6 has no x, it's just 6. So at that stage now we can have this one brought to this side. This is 2x. Just a minute, just a minute. This is 3x minus 3x plus 2, then 6 minus 2x. Therefore, grouping like terms together, 3x minus 3 plus x plus 2. So this shall be 4x. This will be minus 1. Then on the other side, this x brought on this side, it will be a plus. It will be a plus, and we shall have now 6x being equal to 7, meaning that x is 7 over 6, 1 and a sixth. 1 and a sixth. 1 and a sixth. Number 9. The question says the marked price of a bicycle. The marked price of a bicycle is 24,000. A shopkeeper sold it at 10% discount. A shopkeeper sold it at 10% discount. Then we thought if the shopkeeper still made a profit, he still made a profit of 20% on the cost. Was the cost price? What was the cost price? what was the cost price. So in this case, the marked price of a bicycle is 24,000. Now the shopkeeper decides to give a customer a discount of 10%, meaning that he sold it at a lower price than the marked price. Therefore, he sold it at 90% of the marked price, which is 90% of 24,000, 21,600. So the shopkeeper sold it at 21,600. Now, after selling, he didn't get a loss. He got a profit of 20%. Meaning now, the value at which he has sold the bicycle compared with how he had bought it, it is 20% more. Meaning that now, 120% is this amount he's selling the bike. Then he had bought it 100%, so 21,600 by 100 all over 120. So the price at which he had bought will be 18,000 shillings. 18,000 shillings. So he had bought it at 18,000 shillings. Otherwise, we can also argue that if he has made a profit of 20%, it means then it means that 20% profit is here, meaning that there is 100% and the 20% profit. Yeah, sure. No other approach. Only that way. Only that way. So, meaning that this amount is the 100% of the cost price and 20% profit inside 21,600. So you compare like that and you finish. That's 3 mark question. The paper is a bit long. We should hurry up. The interior angle of a regular polygon is 5 times the size of interior is 5 times the size of exterior. Find how many sides the polygon have. Find the number of sides the polygon is having. Solution. Let the exterior be x. Then we are told the interior is 5 times the exterior. So we can multiply x by 5 like that. We should remember that when the interior is added to the exterior, they should give us 180 degrees for every polygon. Meaning 5x plus x is 180. So 6x is equal to 180. X is when you divide it through 30 degrees. So the exterior angle is 30 degrees. Again, we should know that 360 divided by the number of sides gives us exterior angle. So this implies that now the exterior angle will be given by 360 exterior angle. This will give us 12 sides. This will give us 12 sides. So that is how it was supposed to be done. Another question. It's a question on a scale drawing. A scale drawing question. Scale drawing is in book 1. It's a very sensitive topic sometimes. It appears in the section 210 marks. ISO, molar, and nu. ISO, molar, and nu are standing in different parts of a piece of length. ISO is 15 kilometers north of molar. ISO is 15 kilometers north of Then nu is 8 kilometers east of Mola. East of Mola. A path is to be made straight. A path is to be made straight from Aizo to Nu. How long is the path? How long is the path in meters? Is the path in meters? The first thing we do is to sketch this information. Aizo is 15 kilometers north of Mola. So if we have Mola here, and we draw a canvas here, Aizo is 15 kilometers north. From where Mola is, Aizo is 15 kilometers north. So 15 kilometers north, you'll find where Aizo is. Then, Nu is 8 kilometers east of Mola. So from Mola again, eastwards, 8 kilometers, we will get Nu. Nu is 8 kilometers east of Mola. Therefore now, when they are positioned like that, a path is to be made from Aizo to Nu. From Aizo to Nu. So a path is to be made this way. So remember, going upwards it was very perpendicular, and going eastwards it was very perpendicular, meaning this is 90 degrees and with 15 and 8. How long is this path? How long is this path? So we use Pythagoras theorem. You see the path squared, the letter will be x. The path squared will be, or the path will be 15 squared plus 8 squared, the square root. 225 plus 64, 225 plus 64, the square root is 17. Kilometers. How long is the path in meters? So this now becomes 17,000 meters. So that is how long the path is. How long the path is. How long is the path? So the question is just asking how long is the path. Though this working is good, according to my feeling about this question, how long is the path, you can determine it using the method you want. Because you've not been told to calculate the length of the path, you just told to determine or how long it is. You can use scale drawing. You can use a scale drawing, a scale, you represent this one and this, and then you measure. Then comparing the distance you get in centimeters, you again relate it with your scale and get the exact meters. So it will depend on the student's feeling. The question is very free. Use logarithms to evaluate to three significant figures. To evaluate to three significant figures, the square root of 0.047 times 17.36 all divided by 831.6. Solution. So you just arrange as usual number and the logarithm on this other side. The first number is 0.047. So the logarithm will be by 2 points. The log of 4.7 is 6721. Then the other number is 17.36. 1 point the log of 1.736 is 2395. Now, this and this are being multiplied, so we add their logarithms. This will be 6, 1, carry 1, 1, carry 1, 9 dots. Bar 2 plus 1 becomes bar 1. That one. The other number is 831.6, and this is 2 dot. The logarithm of 8.316 gives us 9199. Now, because these ones and these are being divided, then we subtract their logs, and this shall be 16 minus 9, 7. Then these are 10 now, minus 9, 1. These are 10 again, minus 1, 9. This is 8, bar 1 here, we get 18 minus 9, 9. Then minus 1, it became bar 2. Bar 2 minus 2, get bar 4. Get bar 4 like that. Therefore now, we are taking the square root of everything. So this one we divide by 2. Divide everything by 2. You get bar 2.0.9917 over 2. We get 4959. Therefore, the answer will be the antilog of this. It will be 3.1322 times 10 power negative 2 because of this bar 2. So with that now, you can have 0.013, 0.0313. Then to 4 significant figures, 0.0313 to 4 significant figures. So that is it. The table questions are very critical. Make sure you understand most of them. Next is a question on linear equations. We are told James Muller bought 5 pens and 3 exercise books from a supermarket at 1:35. So 5 pens and 3 exercise books at 135 Kenya shillings. Volol about 4 pens, I think of such type, and 5 exercise books, and spent 25 more than Molo, and spent 25 more than Molo, 25 more than Molo from the same supermarket. What will be the total cost? What will be the total cost of 2 pens and an exercise book? So what you do, we just form simultaneous equations and we solve them. So to form them, 5 pens plus 3 books is equal to 135. Then this other guy, 4 pens and 5 books, is spending 25 more, meaning he's spending 160 when we add 25 here. Therefore now with that we can solve the question using elimination, using substitution, using you can use what? Don't use a graph method. You can use the matrix method in book 3. Though the paper was set for form 2s, allow me approach it using the substitution. So we can have 4p being equal to 160 minus 5b, meaning p is equal to 160 over 4 is 40. 5 over 4 is 1.25b. So in the first equation now, where we have p, we replace with this. So we shall have 540 minus 1.25b plus 3b is equal to 135. So 200 minus 6.25b plus 3b is equal to 135, sorry. So we can group like terms together here. Grouping like terms together, the b can go to the other side, and we will have these ones being positive. So 6.25 will be positive minus 3b. So we'll have 3.25b. Then this one going to the other side will be subtracted, and we'll have 200 minus 135, giving us 65. So now it is b to be gotten by 65 divided by 3.25. This is only 20. Therefore, the cost of a book is 20. So for an exercise, or for a pen, it will be 40 minus 1.25 into 20. So this will be 40 minus 1.25 into 20. This gives us 15. So a pen is 15, an exercise book is 20. Now the question is asking, we find 2 pens and an e-book. 2 pen and an exercise book. So 2 by pens, 15. Pens, 1 is casting 15. So 2 pens will be 2 by 15, then plus a book for 20. So 30 plus 20, we get 50 shillings. 50 shillings. So that is how it were to be approached. The other question, number 14. Number 14, we are told that a scout walks directly from a point P towards the base of a flag 200 meters away. After covering 180 meters, he notices that the angle of elevation of the top of the flag is 45. Calculate the angle of elevation of the top of the post from P. Then the information has been sketched for us. We have it drawn like this. Then we have it like this. So this is the base of the flag post. This is the top of the flag post. We are told a scout is at point P, and when he walks 180 meters, he notices now the angle of elevation to the top of the flag is 45 degrees. Then we are told now point P is 240 meters away from the base. 240 meters away. 240 meters from the base. 240 meters from the base. So we are told to find the height. We are told to find the height. To find the height. To find the height. To find the height. So what we do in this case is because this is right angle and this is 45, then it means definitely this is a 45. It means this is a 45. Definitely, that is mathematics conclusion. As long as this is a 90, now and 45, then the other one is a balance, 45. And if we have realized they are 45, then these and these are equal. Now with that being equal, we can use this triangle PTB. You can call it PTB. Top, base, point P, 240. We have realized that this is 45. Now with this as 45, and from P to this point where he comes to realize that these are 45 degrees is 180, we can get this length. Sorry. Think we can get that length, this remaining length here, which will be 240 minus 180. This will give us, is it 60? Yes. 240 minus 180, 60 meters. And now that we have realized that this side now, which is 60 now meters, and this other height, they are equal, and the height is automatically 60. The height is automatically 60. Automatically 60. Like that. Then calculate the angle of elevation of the top of the flag from point P. So when we are at P, to get the angle of elevation to the top, this one, what shall we use? We have 240 and we have 60. So we can get this angle using trigonometry. The tangent of this angle will be opposite 60. Divide by adjacent 240, giving us 60 over 240, 0.25. So beta will be the tan inverse of 0.25, and this shall be shift tangent of the answer, 14.04 degrees. 14.04 degrees. So that is the question. That is how it were to be solved. Number 15, a question on, again, commercial arithmetic. It's a very sensitive topic. We have done profits and losses and discounts. Now this one is on commission. Mother earns a basic salary of 16,000. Then on top, she is also given commission of 5% of the sales she makes above 100,000. Sales above 100,000. In 1 month, she earned a total of 18,300. Calculate our total sales that month. Calculate our total sales that month. Solution. Here, we should know that the basic salary is 16,000, meaning anything else above that out of the total she earned is commission. So the commission she got that month was the difference when we remove the basic salary here. Therefore, she had a commission of 18,300 minus 16k, 2,300. So 2,300 is the commission she had earned this month. Because when you add the commission and the basic salary, we get the total she had earned. Now, this one is always 5% of what she has sold above 100,000. So we can get the goods above 100,000 if 5% of them is 2300, then the goods which are above 100 were 2300 by 100 over 5. So 23 by 100 divided by 5, this gives us 46,000. So she had 46,000 above 100,000. So the total sales now. Or else, this is what she had gotten commission. Total cost sales 100,000 plus 46,000 gives 146,000 Kenya shillings. So that is the amount she had gotten from the sales. Number 16 is a question from Symbol Surveys. We can do it very fast. From Symbol Surveys, this is still under scale drawing. Under scale drawing, we are told a piece of land has measurements in a field book as shown below. Then we are told XY is 300. Then the field book has it that, okay, let me draw it clear. Y 240, we have to B 80 meters. Then 170, we have 50 meters to C. Then at 50, we have to A 60. Then this is X. So this is the field book. We are told to sketch the piece of length and part B calculate the area. To sketch the piece of land and calculate the area. To sketch the piece of land, we just have to very fast come up with the baseline. We are just sketching the baseline from point X. So from point X, we go 50 meters. 50 meters. Let's say 50 is there. Then we branch upwards 60 meters to point A. 60 meters to point A, and we proceed to 170 meters, meaning we have added 120. 120. Then on the other side, 50 meters. 50 meters to C. Then from 170 to 240, meaning we have added 70 meters more. Then 80 on the side with A. We go 80. So upwards should be something greater than 60. 80 meters. This is D. We go to a point B, sorry. Then after B, which is a 240, it is now up to Y. And because it is 300 exactly, from 240 to 300, it means there is 60 meters here. Tunafika Y. So now we can join all those. XY is the baseline. The other points are called offsets. So from there, we go to Y. Then from X to A, from A to B, then from B down to Y. So to get the area, we just calculate the area of the shapes which have been formed now from this sketch. So the area now for part B, the area will be the totals now. The first one will be half times 50 times 60 because it is a triangle plus. The other one is a trapezium. So half times the vertical height is 120 plus 70, 190. Then the sum of the two parallel sides, 60 and 80, which is 140 plus a triangle half 60 by 80 then plus a triangle again, half times a base of 130, 70 and 60 times the height of 50, and lastly plus the other shape, which is 50 and 120, so 170, half by 170 times the height of 50. So we had the areas of all these shapes, and you get 24,700 meters squared. We are taught to get the area in hectares. Therefore, in hectares, we divide by 10,000, and this will give us 2.47 hectares of land. So that is the area. So that is how the question was to be done. Thank you very much for following. I request you subscribe to Shifting Grades, share our link with your friends, and you be blessed. Thank you very much.